Hi guys, how you doing? Back for another video. I'm Gavin from Gav's Journey to Weight Loss. If you've never come across this channel before, extra warm welcome to you. As I always say, if you can help with this, would really mean a lot. It would help me reach out to others. The main reason I started this channel. If you're back again for another video and you're one of my followers, thank you. You know I love you guys. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and you didn't eat too much and you stuck by the Mounjaro rules. Did you? But if you didn't, don't tell no one. Keep it to yourselves. But now hopefully you had a fantastic time and you're still enjoying time with the family if you haven't gone back to work yet. Yeah, it's just one of them times of year that we can actually just switch off. It's really, really nice, isn't it? So hope you're having a fantastic time out there. I really hope you are. So if you remember then, I on my Facebook page, which is this one, guys, if you've not joined it before, please do. You're more than welcome, and you can post your own pictures on there of your journey so far. And anything else you want to post on, if you've got discount codes for injections, share it over the sites for you guys. So that's what it's all about. But you may remember on there I posted the other day, or should I say a few weeks ago now, asking for your questions about myself, if there's something you always want to ask me, or there's been something you wanted to know about Mounjaro. Thank you for the people that did respond to that. And clearly that's what this video is about, so I'm going to run through the questions. If you didn't put a question in, maybe worth listening, because there may be an answer there that you've been looking for as well. So the first question that came in was from Thomas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Now, clearly, obviously, these questions have come from the Facebook page, so I'm only going to put your first name above each question. Obviously, YouTube, you use usernames, but this is your full names, so just to hide your identity, you don't get thousands of friend requests. I'm sure everybody would love to be your friend. I've taken out your surnames on this, okay? So the first question, as I say, was from Thomas, and it says, what do you do for work? I'll give you an outline to what I do, but I won't go into full depth. Try not to give too much away when you're broadcasting yourself around the world. But my job title is a highways inspector. And with that, I go out each day and check the network and the roads and any utility companies that are working there, check that their traffic management and their signage is correct, check that their reinstatements are correct, and making sure everything's above board. And it meets the criteria that we want it to. If it's not, then it's for me to make sure that it is put back to the condition it was before they took it out. And yeah, and things like that. And so what I normally start my job with, if it's legal on the highway, make sure it's being done correctly. If it's illegal on the highway, then get it gone, and get it back to how it should be. So yeah, that really sums up my job without going into too much depth and boring you to tears, to be honest with you. And my other sideline job, which started as a hobby, and it's still a hobby, is this, making the videos for you guys. It takes so long each week to find the news, put the information together, put the videos together, edit the videos. But it's a pleasure because the rewarding is the response that comes back from you each week. Your messages that come back is the reward, and I love it. And as I say, I feel like I've got a community with each and every one of you, and a friendship with each and every one of you, and it's amazing. So that's the reward in itself. So it's very much appreciated. So I hope that answers your question, Thomas, in some way. But as I say, when you put yourself out across the internet, I can't go into full depth about my job, but that's a summary. That's a summary of it. Next question came in from Alan, and Alan said, "What has been your best non-scale victory to date?" This one got me thinking, because obviously I bring you the videos every single week, and the one thing I keep going on about every single time is the weight loss, the weight loss, the weight loss. But what has been my biggest victory to date? Obviously, it's got to be getting into to smaller clothes. Now, the strange thing is, I had clothes in my wardrobe that I've been waiting to get into for such a long time. I've got a shirt which was in one of my videos that went out before Christmas, that I kept using as a target for when I started to try and lose weight for many, many years ago. And I wanted to be able to know that when I got into that shirt, I was on the way down. But that shirt now is far too big for me, which in one way I'm glad that it's too big for me, because clearly the weight's still coming off. But it was one of my favourite shirts that I wanted to get into for a long time, and now it doesn't fit, so that's kind of upset me in another way. But yeah, getting into new clothes. The word victory. Yeah, I don't. It's just the whole journey is just amazing. to bump into people that haven't seen me for ages, and they're like, "Where's the other half of Gav gone?" Being able to sit in a chair and stand up and just walk off, as opposed to reaching out for the arms to get up, or reaching out in front to a support bar that's in front of me to stand up when I go to the theatre. Yeah, it's all a massive victory. It's just a totally different world. And I go through a mix of emotions, because there's one day when I'm like, oh, it's brilliant how far I've come on this journey. But then I also get down to like, well, why did I get so big in the first place? How did I not see this happening? And things like that, you know. Yeah, so, but the whole thing it's been a massive victory, really, other than the weight loss. It's just like life-changing. And that's something I commented on in one of my videos before. Somebody said to me a few months into my journey, is it life-changing? And I was like, big word. No, not really. But now I'd say it is everything. It's just different. Life's easier, especially we're giving up the drink. Every day is just clear. You know, there's no doubt, there's no misery. Everything is just so clear. Yeah, life's good. I say to people, I'm bouncing through life now, and I am. And again, like I say in the last message, the last question that came in, you guys, a massive part of my life now, and put a spring in my step every week when these videos go out. So, yeah, did that answer that question, or am I just rabbiting on? But yeah, thank you, Alan, for your question. Next question came from Chris. Where on your body have you noticed the most weight loss? I would have to say my waist. I'd have to say my waist. I'm close to nearly 10 inches off the waist now. Good job I didn't lose that anywhere else. I didn't have it given the first place. But sorry. Yeah, around my waist, I would say. But again, all over. You know, people have said that my shoulders have gone down. You can probably see that if you go back to future videos. In one of my videos, you could see the back of the chair in the shot where you would never have seen that before. I kind of covered the chair. Yeah, everywhere. The only thing that hasn't gone down really yet is my legs. From my knees down to my ankles, I've still got quite big chunky legs, but whether they'll go down in time. But again, we're going to the gym 5-6 times a week. The legs are strong, you know, they're not fat, they're solid muscle. I would prefer for my legs to go down a little bit smaller on the bottom, as they certainly have at the top. I'd rather they went down from the knees down a little bit more. Maybe that will in time. A little bit unsure how the weight comes off the body, because you never really watch it going on, do you? It just kind of creeps up on you. So yeah, everywhere. But the waist is the biggest. One of my previous videos, you'll see I put on my old shorts. I will do an update on that when I'm keeping that pair of shorts, so I can keep back referencing to them. But to think they were my favourite pair of shorts, and now you could get another person in front of me wearing them. It's just crazy. Really, really is. And last year I wore shorts all year round, except for one day when I went to a theatre in Birmingham and thought I'd better wear jeans. They're not going to let me in shorts. I think I'm crackers. It's January. But other than that, I wore shorts the whole year round. But this year, being on the injection, being smaller, being a lot colder, I've had jeans on for the last couple of months now. Something I never did before, just found them too hot, too baggy. Yeah, so my clothes, and I've always got hoodies on, I'm always cold. My heating bill, so to say, this year is going to be ridiculous, because I'm just constantly cold. Really am. But yeah, hopefully that answers your message, Chris. Next one came in from James, and he said, when you reach your target weight, will you remain on Mounjaro maintenance dose, or will you stop taking it altogether? That's an easy one to answer. Well, it is and it isn't. I haven't got to where I want to get to yet. I'm still only on the 10 milligrams, so I've not reached the top yet. Then it's a case of speaking to the doctors to just clarify with them, because I've done everything through the doctors, because they're the guys that know everything, to see what they recommend the length of time to stay on there. But from my point of view, when I get to the dose that I want to get to, or when I get to the weight that I want to get to, I will remain on the lowest dose for life if they say it's safe to do so. Yeah, I think if I have no support with a dose, I will easily, with the Mounjaro dose, I will easily start putting the weight back on again. The injections, obviously, to teach you to realise that you don't need to have that much food each day that we were eating before, and shows you how little food you can eat to survive each day. Maybe by the time I get to that, I would have got these habits sorted, but it kind of frightens me to think to come off this now that the weight would come back on again, and it would just be soul destroying to watch that happen. So I think I will remain on the lowest dose for life if they think it's safe, because obviously it's not just about weight loss, it's also there for blood pressures as well. So I believe it's a safe medication to be taken to maintain a good health for the rest of your life. So if that's possible, then I think I will stay on the lowest dose. But we don't know what's around the corner. As you know, guys, going into next year, there's many different types coming out. There's going to be tablet form as well, so there may be something there which is better for us to go on, or better for us to stay on. If that's the case, this channel will continue. That's why I've gone with Gav's journey to weight loss as opposed to calling it a Mounjaro channel, because different weight loss things are going to come out, and it'd be worth me doing review videos on that to help you if you think about changing. So yeah, that's yeah. So the answer to your question again, James, I'll probably stay on the lowest dose if the doctors advise that that's safe in which to do so. Yeah, I'll be led by them because they're the professionals. So yeah, so hopefully that answers that, James. Thank you for your question. 2 more questions. A bit greedy you are, aren't you, Helen? Helen is one, like you all guys, but Helen's a massive supporter of my YouTube channel and the Facebook group, and it's always a pleasure to receive messages from Helen. The first question she got put down for me then: what has surprised you the most about being on Mounjaro? What surprised me the most? Really, back referencing everything I've just said. What did surprise me? It surprised me that they actually worked, if I'm honest with you. I didn't expect it to. I've always been like that with everything. I don't believe it till I see it. Yeah, surprised that it actually worked for so many years, trying to lose weight, trying everything. You know, before I even started this injection, guys, don't think I was a massive eater. We used to go away and people used to say, "Is that what you're having? Is that what you're having?" I never sat and had massive great meals. I would have a bit of a habit for a bit of junk food from time to time, but I always watched what I was putting in my mouth. Never really would overeat like that, which always surprised me why I didn't maintain a decent size. To be honest with you, just reading your question again, what has surprised you most about being on Mounjaro? And again, yeah, is the weight coming off, and the way it makes me feel. What did surprise me the most was when the price went up, because everyone was shocked by that, and I was wondering whether I was going to be able to carry on to afford it. But people around me said, look, at the end of the day, Gav, it's helping you. If you're losing the weight, you're clearly going to hopefully live longer. What can you put on your life? And I've said that about a lot of things, because I love music, so I always buy expensive headphones, because I'm a big believer if you buy expensive headphones, you haven't got one as loud, so that protects your hearing. So anything like that. I've got expensive mattresses because I sleep on them every day, so it's good for the back and things like that. So yeah, I just decided I would carry on and buy it at the price it was, because it was going to do me good. So again, I go off on a tangent. So back to your message. What has surprised you most about being on Mounjaro? And as I say, yeah, just the weight coming off, I would say. Really, that it actually worked. Finally, there's something that was available to try. And the only thing I would say is I wish it was available far earlier in my life. The quiz has been out for a little while now, so I'll say it, because one of the answers, I'm 48. If this had been available 20 years ago, it would have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But it hasn't, and it's there now. And so I'll enjoy life for what it is. And yeah. So hopefully that answers that question, Alan. Sorry, guys, I get these questions and I go off on a bit of a tangent, because when I do my weekly videos, I kind of stick to the basics. So this video has given me the chance to give you a little bit more information about myself and rant on a little bit. So sorry. The other message from Helen said, have you experienced any common side effects? If so, how have you managed them? The only side effect I've had while taking Mounjaro was constipation. And that was right at the very, very beginning. And that was just awful. I don't want to go into details on here, but it was basically, what do I say? I was just sat there like pushing, and I knew it was in there to come out, but it wouldn't come out, and I'll be on that toilet sometimes for half an hour, and it was so frustrating. And how did I manage it? Just more water intake. That seemed to cure it in the end. But it was only every time I went to a stronger dose. It didn't happen on when I moved to 10, but it did in the early stages. And to be honest with you, while we're talking about the toilet, I used to go twice a day sometimes, but now I'm lucky if I go once every other day. Clearly, I suppose my food intake's gone down, so if there's less going in, there's less to come out. Probably that's the answer to that. But yeah, that's the only side effect I've had. I know a lot of people, and you see a lot in the press about different side effects and scares and things like that. And I think that's just to put press reports out there, like I've said in all my videos. Whether it's ever that bad, I don't know. Again, the comment box is below, guys. If you've experienced many side effects, please put them in there. Share them with everybody, because there may be somebody watching this video that is got a side effect and they're like, is that the Mounjaro, or do I need to see the doctor about it? Is it something else? So if you've had side effects, list them down in the comments below so people can refer to that. But yeah, that's only really been the only side effect through the whole journey to date. Again, clearly I'm only on the 10 milligrams. I've not got to the top yet. Whether there'll be more on the way up, don't know. But it's just incredible. It just takes the hunger away and the food noise away. It's a magical thing. You know what I mean? We moan about the price of it, but it's amazing what it does. And the Lily Company, yeah, hats off to you. You know, if I could thank the guys that are in the room that put this together, then yeah, thank you, because you've changed my life despite the price. And we are still kind of fortunate, because a lot of people comment from around the world, and they're paying far more, even more so than what we're paying in the UK. So I think we're getting it reasonably cheap compared to a lot of people. But yeah, it's an amazing drug. Well, that's all the questions I had, guys, and I feel like I've gone on far too long. All right. There is more videos on the way. I will be back for 2026. Thank you for following me. Have a fantastic new year. All right. And I'll end with the message that I always end with. Take care of yourselves. Look after everybody around you. And together, I'm sure, we'll make this world a better place. You know I love you. Take care. See you soon.